Hello, welcome back to this lesson. In the previous lesson, we were able to resolve the errors on this blog, and whenever you encounter error like that, you can also search on Google for possible solution. And if you are not seeing solution on your Google, you can send your hosting provider an email to help you resolve that error. They will guide you on what to do. When it comes to blogging, you must be open-minded and you must be able to leverage on the online tubes, like searching for solutions online. Okay, so I forgot to show you the email that I received in the previous lesson. Okay, you can see that when I made my comment in the first time that it was showing the error, I did not receive this mail. But when I set up my email correctly, you can see from Ola Phillips blog. Okay, so if I click on this, you can see the comment I made and the post where I made the comment. So anything that happens on your blog, you can easily receive mail to track every activities on your blog. All right, so let's go to the main purpose of this lesson. So in this lesson, we are going to be seeing how to customize our WP Discourse and our Sassy Social Share. Now, I'm not going to do everything about this plugin, but I'm going to show you the basic things that you can do, and you can also work around the plugins to see what you can do. Okay, now if I go to my incognito window, why I'm using my incognito window, I've told you in the previous lesson. So I'm going to click on a post. All right, now I have clicked on the post, and if I come to my comment section and click here, you can see I am having the comments, the name, the email, and the website. Okay, because I am not yet logged in. Now if I come to the browser where I am logged in, let me click on a post here. I can only write my comment because I am logged in. My email is already active on this blog. Okay, so when you are testing anything that has to do with comment section on your blog, use incognito window. Okay, I've told you, if you want to access your incognito window, just press Ctrl+Shift+N on your keyboard, or you can also come to your browser menu here. You can see new incognito window. Okay, so when you click on new incognito window, it will take you to a new incognito window, and it is the same if you are using your phone. Your phone browser also has incognito window. All right, so let's move right away. Let's start with WP Discourse. So you can see WP Discourse right here. You can see it has up to 5 items. We have the dashboard, settings, phrases, tools, add-on, forms. Okay, so I'm not going to touch everything, but I'm going to show you the major things you are supposed to know. So let's first of all go to forms. All right, so under this form, that is where you see your form that is here. This form right here, you can add a feed, you can remove a feed. Okay, now I will click on edit. All right, so if I'm clicking on edit, you can see right here I can do some customizations here. Allow guests to comment, I can say no, but by default it is yes. So if I'm saying no, I'm saying that a guest cannot comment on this blog, that person has to log in first before he can comment. So other settings are here that are just written in English. You can go through them, but where I'm going exactly is your form. Okay, so you can see comment text feed. So you can see name, email, website, Google reCAPTCHA, comment button to submit. Okay, so if you want to add row, you can click on add row to add another row, and when you click on this plus, you can add a feed of your choice. Okay, so you can add text, you can add number, you can add URL, you can add date, you can add anything. So for instance, I want to add text. I just click on text, then I give it a name. Let me just say purpose, maybe purpose of commenting, and let me just put purpose because we are going to delete it. I'm just using that to show to you. So I'm going to click on add to form. Right, so you can see another section is being added and another feed is being added. So I'm going to click on update. All right, so if I go to my incognito window now and refresh, then you can see purpose is being added. So that is where you can customize your comment form. Okay, so let me go back and remove that. I don't need it. I'm just doing that to show it to you. So I'm going to remove this section. You can see delete. Okay, so I'm removing the item, then I will click on update. All right, now on this form right here, I want to remove this login because we don't need our user to log in, and that can actually pose threats to your blog, because if I click on login right here, it will take me to the login page, okay, the admin login, okay, and anybody can come here and come and be trying your password and username, okay, so make sure that your password and username is very strong. All right, so now let's also remove this login. Okay, so I go back and we go back to settings. Okay, then under settings you will see the features of this WP discourse. You can see Google reCAPTCHA, user authentication and provide data, social login. There are many here. So let me just click on comment form settings. Okay, so under this comment form settings, you can see many things to work with here, like load rich editor. Rich editor is this one that is having text formatting. Okay, so if I remove it, the form will still be there for me to comment, but I will not be able to manipulate my text. Okay, so there are many things here, and if I have to explain all of them, this video will be very long. Let me just come under user authentication and provide data. Okay, so I'll turn this one off. Show login link on comment form. I don't want login link on my comment form. Okay, so you can test each of them. So I will turn it off and click on save changes. Okay, so you can click on each of these tabs and just check them, because they are written in English, so you can easily understand them, and from your front end you can see what they do. Okay, so I'll go back to my front end on the incognito window, then I'll click refresh. All right, so you can see that login button has been removed. Okay, so for now I will go to Sassy Social Share, but you can do further customization. But what we have here is okay for you. If this is what you want, it is okay. All right, so let's go to Sassy Social Share. So I'll click on Sassy Social Share. All right, now when you install your plugin, you need to know what that plugin is actually doing. So this plugin is taking care of how to share our post on our blog. Now we have theme selection, we have standard interface, we have floating interface, we have miscellaneous, we have short code and widget, and we have troubleshooter, we have FAQ. Now we have to deal with these three tabs here: theme selection, standard interface, floating interface. Now if I go to the front end, you can see this one is floating. It is not moving with my page, and we have standard one that is above my post that is moving with the page. So now we have floating and we have standard. Now let us go back. On our theme selection, we have two sections. We have standard interface theme and we have floating interface theme. Okay, so let me go to the front end. Standard interface theme and floating one, this one that is floating. All right, so let's go to our dashboard. So you can customize them here. Now our standard is circle. We can change it to rectangle if you like, and you can also change the width, the height, the border radius, anything you can change here. Then for the floating interface, I can decide to change it to round. Then I'll click on save changes. Okay, so if I go back to the front end now on my incognito window, then I can refresh. So you can see that my floating bar is now circle, while the standard one is now a rectangle. Now I can go back to my dashboard, standard interface customization. Now If I want it to display on the front end, I can enable it, I can disable it. By default, it is enabled. If I don't need it, I will click on this to uncheck it. Now, the icons here, there are many. You may decide to add depending on the social media that you want your audience to share to, and you can remove from here. So to do that, you go to the standard interface, then you come down, you can see them here. You have Facebook, Mastodon, I don't need this, I need WhatsApp. This X is Twitter, then Reddit, I don't need it, Pinterest, I don't need it, LinkedIn is okay. So we have Facebook, WhatsApp, X, LinkedIn, okay. Then we have mix. I want to remove this mix, so I will click on save changes. All right, so let me go to the front end. We have how many icons here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if I refresh right here, it should remove some that we unchecked. So you can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so that is how to do that. And if you want to do the same on the floating interface, you can easily do that also. So if you want to do your floating interface customization, you can come to floating interface tab and do your customization. So you can remove and you can add the way you like. And if you don't need that floating interface, you can easily uncheck it and click on save changes. Okay, so if I go to the front end now and refresh, you can see my floating interface has been removed. I'm no more having it. So that is how to do customization of your plugin. Now, I'm not supposed to spend much time on this because any plugin that you install, you just need to study the environment and know what you can do with the plugin. Okay, so there are numerous plugins that you will be coming across. You can just study the environment and do whatever you want to do with it. All right, so let us go to the third plugin, and that is Yoast for search engine optimization. All right, so this is Yoast, and you can come and do your general settings however you want it. I've taught you how to do your settings, okay? But I'm going to the post now. I want to edit one post to explain what you can do with Yoast. And Yoast is useful for you when you want to increase your visibility on the search engine. Okay, so if somebody is searching for a related topic on your blog on Google, it should come up with time. Okay, though your SEO has to do with time, because we have what we call domain authority. Okay, so the number of days that your blog spent online determines how trustworthy Google will find your blog to be recommending your content. Okay, so now let me just quickly edit this. All right, so another thing I want to tell you is that almost all plugins have their documentation. So you can go to their website and read the documentation on the plugin so that you can know how to customize your plugin. Now let's come to Yoast. Okay, now when you create your post, just scroll down. You will see key phrases. What are the key phrases on this post? The keywords that you think that people can be searching for. Okay, for instance, let us talk about the title. You can see police kidnapper. Okay, so I can copy police as my keyword and paste here. Now you can see search appearance. Determine how your post should look in the search result. Okay, so it looks like this when somebody is searching. You can see your feature image is there, and on the desktop it looks like this. And if this write-up is not what you want to be there, then you can add your meta description here. So if I type meta description, you can see that it is changing what is here. Okay, depending on what you want. Okay, so just study the environment very well and make good decision. All right, so I'm going to update this post. Then if you want to see what you have done with your post in terms of search engine optimization, of course it is going to give you recommendations here. You can see SEO analysis, you can see add synonyms, add related keywords, so you can see readability analysis. It will give you recommendation on what you should do. You can see the good results, so it will give you recommendation on how to improve your post for search engine optimization. All right, I hope this is understood, and I hope to see you in my next lesson. Thank you for taking this course.